Happy Tuesday, y'all. Look, I'm chilling today. Okay, I'm coming back from a little vacation because yesterday was the holiday, so I was chilling. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. And we're going to do that. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it won't let me add my privacy. Give me 1 second now. I'm trying to see how I can make this live privacy. We won't do it. Okay. Thank you, Shelly Shell. Hey, Shelly Shells. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Glenn. Okay, you listen while I get ready for it. Okay, so I'm still gonna need somebody help. I don't know if y'all know anything about Facebook. Well, I need to edit my hey Miss Sonia. What's going on? I'm trying to see how to edit my privacy when I do lives from Facebook because it's private, I guess, until I hit the what you call it button and I want both of my people to have the option to view. So or comment if that makes any sense. So give me 1 second, y'all. Welcome in, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, it's not doing it. Not giving me that option. I don't know. So I'm just gonna put, the highlight thing inside of my thing. Oh, hey cousin. Hey cousin Alicia. What's going on? Look, that's my work. Like I told y'all, that's my Thelma. She my Thelma to my Louise. I'm her Louise to her Thelma. However y'all want to put it. But y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can hear me because I have my earpieces in. So I wasn't aware, but I can't. I cut down the sound on my, but I need to make sure that this is being. It won't let me. I guess why? Because I'm live. It won't let me do that. Yeah, it won't let me do it, y'all. So I need y'all to help me with how to make sure that my people on the other side can. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, thank you, Shell. Okay, so what? How was everybody's holiday? I hope everybody had a good holiday. Me myself, I did. I chilled, watched some movies, cooked some spaghetti, put together some patio furniture. Well, I had help, but put together some patio furniture and you know, did my thing. Did my thing, and I'm relaxed. So I don't care if y'all talk about my scarf today, cause When I say I chilled yesterday, I chilled the whole day. I supposed to have been editing videos, and I ain't do no edits, y'all. I ain't do not one edit. I made a video for my granddaughter because she went to her junior prom last week. So I said I supposed to get that out. I gotta finish getting my renovation videos out. It rained the whole weekend and still raining. Oh, it just started raining today here. Like we didn't get no. It looked like it was gonna rain yesterday, but I don't even think it rained until I went to bed. You know what I'm saying? I heard it as I went to bed, so we didn't get no rain. Okay, so I know y'all see my title, and the title is "Who Applying Pressure." That can be that's a broad question. Okay, hold on one second. I okay, Alicia. That could be a broad question. Who applying pressure? Now, sometimes when we're in situations, sometimes people will apply pressure on us for the betterment of us. And sometimes people can be applying pressure for the bad of us or to fit their narrative. Let me just say that. Sometimes people will put you in awkward positions or situations only because they're not comfortable with it, right? So because they're not comfortable with it, they'll make you choose. They'll apply the pressure to you to either choose them or choose what you feel is right for you, right? So who has been put in that position? Even in a relationship, just say for instance, you know you are an outgoing person, right? Or you're friendly. You know what I'm saying? You make friends, but your mate is uncomfortable with you being friendly. Now, being friendly is just a part of your character and your makeup, right? This is who you've always been. You don't harm anybody by speaking or being friendly, but because you may be dating someone who don't socialize and don't put themselves in that position, they want you to change to who they are, like or how they carry themselves as far as I don't have to speak, I don't do nothing, I don't say hey, whatever. I don't even reply when people speak back. But if that's your makeup and a person is telling you that they need you to change because they don't do that, what would you do? Like, what would you do if a person wanted you to change to fit their narrative, to fit inside? I always say inside of their box. If you have a person that's going to make you fit inside of a box, and they're not willing to get in that box with you to change, then would you do it? Would you do it? Would you actually put yourself in a position to where you have to compromise more of yourself to be with that person or no? That's just a question. That's just a question. I know I look like I'm homely, y'all, but as y'all can see, I just been chilling. But for real, do y'all who's applying pressure? Like who is applying pressure to y'all uh, for the wrong reasons? Like for their better good, not your better good, but theirs. Who have you been in a position with to where you lacked and they gained? You tell me. Miss Gwen said I'm almost 60, so hell no. I love it, Miss Gwen. Like you hear what I'm saying? Okay, just say for instance, you at a job, right? And your boss is applying pressure for you to meet these deadlines, right? But you didn't meet them. So that promotion you was trying to get went by the wayside. because you didn't meet the expectations of what your boss was asking you. So just say in that position, just say for instance, you're put in a position at work once again to where the boss wants you to lie and he's applying pressure to you, telling you, well, if you don't say this, then you won't get this. Would you do it? Would you put yourself in an awkward position to where you had to lie to compromise who you was and lie in the sake or for the sake of your job? That's a good one. That's a good one. Name who applying that pressure to you. Like in any situation, I want it to be, I want it to be basically an all around question. And I know people probably was like, what that mean? Who applying pressure? Who's applying pressure to you? For the sake of you diminishing who you are to gain what you need. Let me just say that. Hey, cousin, what's going on, baby girl? Cousin said, nope. Okay. Miss Glenn said, TC, I'm retired and working for fun. In a few weeks, I'm eligible for my second retirement. No, I can't lie. Let me tell you something, Miss Glenn. I've been on my job, I'm what, 8 years now? And I'm not on, they always know that I always say, well, can I be transparent? They before I even open my mouth, they was like, you always transparent. So I just can't see myself compromising who I am. And that would be like the integrity of my job if I'm lying. I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want the integrity of my job to be compromised because I had to lie. You know what I'm saying? I just like keeping a good rapport with people that basically I'm making money with. Not losing money. I'm talking about making money. You are the eighth wonder of the world. Yes, she is, cousin. She is the eighth wonder of the world. But who's applying pressures to you? Even in a relationship, let's go back to the relationship part. And it can be any relationship. It can be a family relationship, a relationship with a spouse, a relationship with your mother, a relationship with your sister, anybody in the family. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a friendship. And I see that a lot on here. Just say, for instance, you have to compromise who you are to be a part of a certain group. So, who is applying that pressure in order for you to do that? Who is applying the pressure for you to say, well, because I want to be on this team, I'm going to do it, knowing that's going to mess up your character. But because you're so gun ho on being a part of this team, you compromise your integrity, your dignity, your character on who you are because the pressure was applied to you. Because the pressure was applied to you. Right on in 2 weeks, I'm going to be in the hot air balloon in San Diego and climbing in the mountains. Oh, climbing in the mountains. I think that's what you meant, Miss Glenn. Um, Alicia said, my Thelma, she said, I think we allow people to apply pressure on us because of the love we have for them. Ah, yeah, yes, we do. Yes, we do. But we do allow people to apply pressure to us for the love that they have, or the love that we have for them. However, how do you feel afterwards? After the pressure is applied, how do you feel afterwards? Like after the pressure is applied, how do you feel afterwards? Like, and do you take the pressure? Do you fold under that pressure? Do you fold or do you stand your ground? Do you stand your ground when you're put in an awkward position, or do you basically fall under pressure and go ahead and do what they ask you to do, knowing that you're gonna feel away afterwards? That's a question. Only because when you get pressure applied to you, make sure that it's the right pressure. Make sure, yes. Hey, cousin Break Room, see, she know you. I talk all about you, Break Room. My cousin know you. If she don't hear nobody else's name, she hear your name. Okay. But um, you have to make sure that the pressure is the right type of pressure. Because I don't mind nobody applying pressure to me into doing better. You know what I'm saying? Just like I had a talk with someone over the weekend because I kind of been off social media for the weekend. Only because I was doing other things, and I had a conversation. And the person told me, um, "No, that means you just have to get on your shit. They on their shit. You need to get on your shit." Point blank period, because quiet is kept, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The social media, I was kind of like straddling the fence a little bit. I got a little discouraged. I ain't even gonna lie, I got a little discouraged only because it's a lot going on and a lot that's been said, right? So I did get a little discouraged, but I know me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay, I see how they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. But it almost was like, wow, why did they have to take that route? So it was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what? I just feel defeated. I feel depleted. Um, Only because I can't help who I am. You know what I'm saying? As a person. And I just refuse to go inside another box. If you're not putting yourself in that box, why are you trying to put me in one? If you're not going inside that box and taking accountability for your actions, why put me in one? Um, Miss Sonia said, I want to stand for right who are, hold on. You said, I want to stand for right who are what the situation is because my conscience. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 So I want to stand for me. Let me just say that. And the individual that I am. I haven't changed my individuality. I've been here. And if people been watching me from the beginning, they will see that I've been the same. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sip and Laugh. What's going on, Booker Wooker? What y'all doing today? Y'all see, hey, I'm looking like I'm at home chilling. I got on my little short outfit, like my onesie jumper. When I say I ain't doing nothing, yesterday I ain't do nothing, and I needed that relaxation, and I did a little meditating yesterday to know what direction that I needed to go in, and the direction that I needed to go in was to keep going, no matter how long it takes me. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to build how I want to build. Yep. And it may not suit a lot of people. A lot of people may not agree with it, but I want to build how I want to build. And, I feel like, sometimes you can get knocked off your rock and sometimes you can get discouraged. But if it's something that you're passionate about, you should never let nobody pressure you into their narrative. No one should be pressured into feeling like that their ideas and their suggestions are unwanted or taken for granted because a lot of people do that too. And when someone applies pressure to you in a negative way, how would you handle that? How would you handle a person trying to apply pressure to you in a negative way? To have you doing things that you know is not sitting right in your spirit. that you know that, you know what I'm saying, okay, I ain't slighted this person, but they still choose to take this route. Anything, any situation, even if in your job, even if you know that you're doing good work, but your manager wanted you to take a shortcut that knocks you off of what you usually do, to undercut it, to basically fake it, to a customer maybe. And because that's not your character, you're going to feel away. But now we're talking about my money, right? We're talking about my money. We're talking about um, you just moving forward as far as your integrity of work that you do. Um, but some people have been put in those awkward positions. You know what I'm saying? They have. They've been put in those positions to where they had to choose my job or my integrity, my job or my integrity. And that's with any relationship. It's my relationship or my integrity or my character. Because some people will not always want you to be yourself. They won't. They sometimes yourself kind of will make people uncomfortable because of who you are, genuinely. Because you are a person that may do things opposite doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just the way that you do things as an individual. And because you are an individual, you have that right. You do. You have that right to become the person that you want to become individually. So if you were doing something, like I had a situation to where, okay, people know that I content create. You know what I'm saying? They know that I do my positive affirmations. And don't forget to y'all do your positive affirmations. They know that I do my positive affirmations. They know that, I be on social media doing lives every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But for some odd reason, they um wanted me to basically stop, right? Stop speaking in the chat. Don't say hey. All you can do is say hey. Just say hey. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't laugh and joke with nobody in the chat. Just say hey and keep it moving. Basically wanted me, don't be who you are. Behave, basically. I need you to behave in the chats. Or I don't need you doing this. Like if I'm a supporter of someone, I basically do like to tip my who I'm supporting. That's with a cash app, that's with a super sticker, super chat, whatever it is, I like to support. But it was a problem before. And I had to tell the person that this is normally who I am, but you knew this in the beginning. So I'm just trying to figure out why you don't want me to support him. Like, what's the issue? So basically, my thing is it's okay if I support who you support, but if I support people that you don't support, is it a problem? So that's another thing. That's another thing where a person can apply pressure. Or just say, for instance, we were getting a business up off the ground and I had a meeting, and the meeting was okay. It ran into something that was planned, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't run all the way into it because the meeting was going to be in and out. It wasn't going to be an all day meeting. So we could still did what we planned. However, because I had to take that meeting first, I was given an ultimatum. Either this or that. Either this or me. You either gonna do that or you gonna you or me. So it was like I had to make a basically I was a pressure was applied to for me to make The decision. What was I going to that meeting, or what? Or do I stop doing this type of business? Hey, Miss Barbara, how you doing? Do I stop doing this type of business because um, you are not comfortable with me doing it, or I need you to do what I say to? You know what I'm saying? And in that situation, that is another type of pressure. That's another type of pressure, because what if you do love that person, or what if you do have this disdain and this care for a person, but in order for that person to rock with you, you have to fit into their narrative. All I'm gonna say, y'all, today is never allow a person to apply the wrong type of pressure. I don't mind a person applying pressure to me in order for me to do better. To do better. If you have to question everything that I do, does that mean you trust me? If you have to question every single thing that I do, does that mean you trust me? Or how I move? Does that mean you trust me? Does that mean you trust me? Because I feel like if I'm not checking the way that you're moving, and I'm allowing you to be your own individual, I need to say, hey, Simply Toya, what's going on, baby? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all do your positive affirmations. Y'all know I'm not gonna be here long because I always say that. But applying pressure can be a lot of different things. I'm not conforming to anyone just to please them. They can kick rock. I love you, Miss Glenn. I love you. You know I love you, girl. I love me some Miss Glenn because she gonna tell it like it tis. Okay? But yeah, you never should fit into anyone else's space for you. You know what I'm saying? You should fit into your own space. And them accepting you in your own space, it's just an added bonus. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have someone who can you can relate to, who's going to be relatable, who's going to accept you for being your authentic self, right? You don't want to be in a place to where you're pressured to be a certain type of way. No, 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 no. You shouldn't, especially if it's a negative. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that's taken away from who you from or who you are, not who you from, but who you are. If it's taken away from who you are genuinely, nah, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to put yourself in a position to where you have to constantly wonder if or walking on eggshells. Every move you make, you're walking on eggshells because the person is uncomfortable with who you genuinely are, right? So today, I'm just saying because you know I'm coming and keep it brief because I'm on my break. But keep it brief because I got a lot of work to catch up on. You know, that holiday throw everything off, don't it? But I got a short work week. You know what I'm saying? I'm only here tomorrow and then I'm off for the next few days. I'm off Thursday, I'm off Friday, I'm off Saturday, I'm off Sunday. So I got me another little mini vacation because I had so much time. I didn't know I had so much time. They was like, you need to get this all this time scheduled because now we have to schedule our time only because uh, our time doesn't roll over. So if you don't use it, you lose it, right? And I still got about 60, 70 hours that I need to use. And even with me putting I already pre did some days, and I still got 60 or 70 hours left. So that's only because if I'm working, it ain't, my work is not bad. So I don't be needing to take off. I don't be really getting tired of it too much. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get this time scheduled. before. And I already like my birthday. I want to go to the beach, Myrtle Beach. That's already scheduled. The days for that is already done. So it's like, so I'm just, but this week, I do have to take the days because my granddaughter is graduating from middle school. So I definitely got to be there, right? But however, y'all, who applying that pressure to you? If the person is not applying pressure to you for the betterment of your good, pushing you in the right direction to forward, if they not pushing you forward in a betterment of yourself, in a betterment of yourself, not them, the betterment of you. If they not pushing you to the right type of applying the right type of pressure to you, then that person not for you. I hate to say it, the person is not for you. I'm not okay. You already said that. You said, "Can someone tell me how can I fix it so that I see Miss Glenn and Miss Heard?" Yes, simply Toya, because I don't know. I don't know why you can't see Miss Glenn and Miss Heard. Miss Glenn, she cannot see you. Make sure that you do not have Simply Toya blocked. Simply Toya, make sure that you don't have Miss Glenn blocked. Okay? Because I don't know how to do that from my end. If I could fix it from my end, Simply Toya, you know that I would, right? But y'all, never let anybody apply pressure to you negatively. It's almost like, just say for instance, you date someone and they pressure you into marrying them and you're not ready. And they just keep pressuring you and you keep telling them you're not ready. And they keep pressuring you and you keep telling them you're not ready. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna leave that person alone? You're gonna stay with that person. Because it's a reason why they're trying to pressure you into marrying them. You get you get what I'm saying? They're applying pressure to you to do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. You could have said, "Well, no, just give me some time. I'm not ready." Not saying that I don't love you. I'm just not ready to get married. But they still pressure you into doing it. It's the reason for the pressure. And if they couldn't understand that you want to wait, then did that person really love you? Do they really love you if they keep trying to pressure you into being married to them and you keep saying, "I'm not ready"? Like, don't pressure me into marrying you if I'm not ready. Some people will tell you, and I think that was my thing. "Hey, Miss Pamela, how you doing, sweetie?" Okay, so that was my thing too. With my ex, we had broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together. But in the one of the processes of us breaking up, getting back together, right? This is before we got married. When we got back together, right before we got married, it was almost like a pressure. It was a pressure. I could have said no, you know what I'm saying? But I think a little bit of was a pressure because it was like once we got back together, because we had separated for about 6 months. When we got back together, they were like, "I'm not gonna be waiting a long time to be married either." So basically, it seems like within the next couple of months, we need to be making some arrangements to get married. And I'm like, wow, okay. And me not thinking, like, damn, this is a pressure. Um, I did it, and the rest is history. The rest is history. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we are the best of friends now. However, I think we probably should have waited until we was both ready. You know what I'm saying? I think we should have waited until we both was ready. And then, we wouldn't have had to divorce, because uh, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, very good guy. But I think at the time we both wasn't ready. We both wasn't ready for the commitment. And I think it was me feeling like, okay, I wanted to be married. Okay, you say your phone cut off. Okay. But I think it was me for the sake of just saying I was married. did it also, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna put it all on him, you know what I'm saying? But it was a little pressure because he gave me a deadline. And I feel like if we wasn't ready, then we shouldn't have did it, you know? But that was also some pressure that was applied in order for me to do that. So I just feel like you shouldn't, if someone's applying pressure to you and it's not in the betterment of you, then that's not the person you need to be with. I was married for, hmm, we got married, hmm, 3 years. We was together totally 6 years, only married three. Only stayed married 3 years. Because we got married in 2019, 2018, 2019. We got divorced in 2020, either 2021 or 2022. It was during the pandemic we got a divorce. So yeah. Um, Sonia said, "Stay true to who God created you to be." Miss Sonia, I gotta pin that. I got to. I got to, because I couldn't see it. But just them first couple of words, you said, "Stay true to who God created you to be in your ways. Pray about it. God will direct your path." Thank you so much, Miss Sonia. You don't know how bad I needed to hear that today. I did, Miss Sonia. I needed to hear that because I was getting a little discouraged. Like, you know what? F all of it. You know what I'm saying? But I know this is something that I wanted to do, and I shouldn't take the negative that's been put out there. Um, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't really be eating it up. You know what I'm saying? I should basically, I'm better than that. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like when you have a purpose in your life and you know the purpose and you stick to that purpose, and someone is coming to try to apply pressure for you to go get away from your purpose and your meaning and your value, then that person was never for you in the first place. Yeah, I feel like that person was never for you in the first place, right? So, with that being said, please, y'all, never let a person apply pressure to you negatively. Okay? Never let a person apply pressure to you that's going to make you alter who you are as a person, your character, your integrity, how you feel, because your feelings is just as valid as anyone else's. You know what I'm saying? They are. And whether a person want to shortcut your feelings to trump, to have theirs trump yours, that's not a person you want to kind of associate yourself with anyway, right? So just make sure that you're not getting pressure applied to you that's going to harm your mental and who you are as a person. Okay, people? That's my time. I love y'all. I'm gonna go live again. Okay, because the holiday, my day was sold out because I said I was gonna go live Mondays and Thursdays, but because of the holiday, I'm gonna do it this week on Tuesday and Friday. So I do have a live schedule for Friday. Y'all make sure y'all hit that notification button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Mhm. And today I'm gonna try to get my videos edited because I need to clear space out my phone. So I'm gonna try to get these videos and then I'll go ahead and schedule them to be played on my page. That's the part 2 of the renovation to my tiny home. And I think I have a cooking video that I need to upload. I have a cooking video that I need to upload. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. Y'all know I'm always here. Y'all can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I love y'all for interacting with me. I appreciate everything that y'all do for me in that aspect. And I appreciate you Don't forget to do those positive affirmations. It can change the course of your day. It could change the course of your day if you allow it to. Just always speak positivity into your life, people. Just always. And I'm not saying that I'm a perfect, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I just said, I have days to where I feel like I'm depleted. You know what I'm saying? But I always speak a positive affirmation in your life, and everything will work out for good. Okay, people? I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit it. Have a good week.